In this video, we review the if statement. If statement is to execute a group of codes when certain condition is satisfied. In terms of a syntax, we use reserved word if. Inside the parenthesis, we provide some condition, and then following statement will be executed when condition is true. For example, we want to display hello on the screen if condition is true. So condition has to be Boolean type of a value, either true or false. If condition is true, the cout part, which is a statement belonging to the if statement, also known as a true part of the if statement, will be executed. So let's compile the program. Then let's run it. Hello is printed. But if condition is a false, then the hello does not show up because this is a false. This is not executed. For readability, to show that the statement, the cout, belongs to the if statement, so we give some indentation like this one. And also indentation itself is not part of a C++ grammar. So if you want to do something like hello again, and then from the indentation it looks like if condition is true, those two will be executed, but it is not. So let me show you. So if condition is true, those two shows up, so it looks like as if as we guessed, but if condition is a false, then what is skipped is only this part. So from this execution we understand that after the condition, only the following one statement belongs to if. So this does not belong to, second one does not belong to if. So it is visually something like this. Then if you really wanted to have those two as part of if statement, then we use a curly brace. As curly brace is a general block notation in C++. So by grouping many statements by a curly brace, it is considered as a one single entity, so that whole block belongs to if condition. So if we make something like this, and then condition is a false, nothing will show up. So here you may think that if you give a true or false directly, there is nothing much we can do, but here actually what it does is that condition is evaluated. Suppose we have a variable n, and then if we read the n from the keyboard or something like that, assume 20 is red, then if n is greater than 30, then condition is true. Or we can say if n is at least positive and n is less than 99, then we want to do something. So you can give some conditions as a Boolean value, then any condition could be given there. Any expression that result in true or false, you can provide as a part of a if condition. So normally, if that is the case, you would write that condition directly inside the parenthesis of if statement. Something like that, instead of declaring separate Boolean variable. So this is a basic form of if statement, and then if statement could be taking several variation of its form. The next variation is give else, and then some block for the else one. So in this, the else part is once the condition is false, then you do else part. So this is when true condition is satisfied. So you can make your program to run certain group of statements when condition is true, and another part of the code when condition is a false. So here you could do similarly when a false is satisfied, then you want to do something else. Then depending on true or false, either group of the program will be executed. So since this is true, true portion is executed. But if I give some false condition, then the false part is executed. Another variation of if statement is that you can give if and then else if. So suppose we have a grade of some value, then we want to say letter grade of the if grade is higher than or equal to 90, then we want to say grade is A, something like this one. Then else if you can give a condition 2, there we give some other condition, but in this one will be executed in certain condition is satisfied. That is if and else if. Then if condition is true, then what you execute is the immediately following statement. If you have more than one, you can group them within curly brace. But if this condition, first condition fails, then you check the second condition marked by else if. So you come down to this second condition only if the first condition fails. So first condition fails if grade is less than 90. So when grade is less than 90, you check if grade is 80 or higher. Then the following statement is executed. You can keep adding else if as many as you like. Else if grade 70, then you want to say grade is C, something like that. And then you can keep adding that as many as you like. So if you have for example, if you have 85, the first condition is false, so you check second condition. In second condition, that is true, so grade B is displayed, and then the rest of else ifs are ignored. Once condition is triggered to be true, just execute the statement belong to that, and the rest of else if is ignored. So let's check it out, compile and run it. Grade is B. Now if you change it to 72, then first condition fails, second condition fails, now you go down to the last one, so that one will be executed. So grade C is there. So you can keep add else if as many as you like, and then another one is else only, which is optional. If you give else only, then what it means is that if all of the above conditions are failing one, then do whatever is here. Just do this statement. You the better work harder, something like. So else part will be executed if all of the above three conditions fail. So let's check it out. If I give 69, then first the three conditions if and else if fail, so the else part should work out. But else part is else alone, this one is optional. If you don't have to give, if I don't give this part, then none of the above conditions are triggered, so nothing will be displayed on screen. So using else, a very primitive form, this one alone, you can execute or not. But if you use if and else, you can choose one of the two. But using if and else if, you can have multiple conditions.